Whenever I stayed up all night, I couldn't function properly for the next 2 to 3 days. If this happens to you, what will you say? Maybe you'll say, I'm too old now. We easily infer that we're getting old from the fact that our physical strength is not what it used to be. An idea that comes to mind immediately, rather than thinking about it in a certain situation, is called heuristics. It is often the case around us that we make outrageous decisions based on heuristics. During World War II, an Air Force general named Uzzal Ent shook his fingers and head as the plane moved during its flight. When the assistant pilot saw his hand gestures, he pulled the landing gear to lift the wheel because he misinterpreted the gesture. Originally, the plane had to be moved up at full speed, but the pilot saw Ent shake his fingers and immediately pulled the landing gear while the plane was stationary. A big accident occurred as a result, and Uzzal became a vegetable all his life. The pilot must have known that the plane did not fly high enough to pull the landing gear. Nevertheless, the reason he pulled the landing gear was that shaking fingers was a signal to pull the landing gear, and he just reacted to it unconsciously. In fact, heuristics is one of the reasons why people make irrational decisions. If there's a cheaper price, we'll give you 3 times the difference. It is a popular phrase at discount stores. The logical thinking we should be doing when we are told that the lowest price is guaranteed should be to compare whether it is really the lowest price and where it is cheaper. But what kind of heuristics would work if you actually heard it would cost you 3 times the difference when other stores sell it cheaper? This is probably the cheapest, so I don't think I need to compare prices anymore. It is too much to look for more, so I will not regret buying them here. So when you talk about the lowest price compensation at the mall, the assumption becomes true. It is a message to compare prices, but actually makes consumers stop comparing prices. Let's look at another heuristic case. What kind of words would most likely make people feel better when donating? Robert Cialdini, professor of psychological marketing at Arizona University, conducted a test of promoting donation in 4 different ways. The first is to stress the importance of giving. The second is to use donation as a tool to be exempt from paying taxes. The third team was told of the importance of the donation for religious reasons, and the last team was simply told, coins are fine too. The results showed that the 4th team collected 50% of the day's target fund in just 10 minutes. We basically have heuristics that makes us think that coins are just changes. A few cents found in the pocket of a coat I wore during the winter was money I never even sought to find. That is, I usually think it is money that doesn't really matter. 2 half quarters in $1 are the same, but the money from the wallet and the money from the pocket are different. Thus, even the same amount of information processing varies depending on what kind of heuristics you're using. People basically want to be seen as logical and rational. Both the customer and seller can get satisfying results if it is possible to take advantage of this heuristic spirit to make something look systematic. In your field, what can you apply heuristics on?